but hopefully now we've got everything ironed out. Facebook is giving me fits. But welcome to tonight's Middle Georgia Agora live presentation. I want to tell you a little bit about the Freedom Cell network. You guys have seen from my videos or seen from my posts me talk about the Greater Reset, and go to thegreaterreset.org. Better yet, go on to the Odyssey platform, ODYSEE, and you'll actually reward them Bitcoin, or actually cryptocurrency, for viewing their content. And if you want to know about the Freedom Cells, it's freedomcells.org. It's all one word, Freedom Cells, CELLS.org. But Middle Georgia Agora is the newest Freedom Cell to activate during, we activated during last week's broadcast of the Greater Reset. And I'm trying to get everything pumped up and get everything going. Really excited about this event. In fact, as I went back and was looking at some of the videos from the event that I had missed seeing live, I saw where they had gone from, I think it was about 2,000 members to about 7,000 members. Well, now there are over 22,000, 23,000, something like that, members. There's members probably somewhere near you, and a cell probably somewhere near you. So what exactly is a Freedom Cell, and why should I belong to one? And of course, I did a video with my grandkids this weekend to explain some of that. And you can go on the Freedom Cell website and you can look up all the information, and the definition is good, and defining statement, it's succinct, but it misses the heart of the thing. And I want to share from my heart why I'm involved in the Freedom Cell movement, and why I think it's critical that others who are like-minded, and especially in my community and in your community, wherever you are, would do the same, would begin to form their own Freedom Cells. If you're like me, I'll tell you, my political philosophy, my worldview actually evolved into more voluntarism, agorism, anarchism. I'd moved from red state conservative, ultra conservative, spent a little bit of time in the libertarian movement, but it's Ron Paul, and then as soon as I started looking at agorism and voluntarism and the truth behind anarchism, I moved really into those areas. And what I found was that fewer and fewer of my family and fewer of my friends, especially I'm talking about my friends, from high school and college, almost none of them, they failed to see my desire to live free of centralized bureaucratic control as reasonable, or something to be looked for. They frowned upon it, almost like I was a pariah, or had taken on some strange form of insanity, to actually believe that it was that we are capable and perfectly able as human beings to govern ourselves, to not that we're not some vicious clannish Neanderthal type people who run around wanting to kill one another. That we are perfectly capable of, and I've given examples in my videos. If you go on my YouTube YouTube channel, Buckwheat Farms, Magic Emporium and Ballroom, and you'll see some of the videos I've done on voluntarism. So I don't want to beat that dead horse, but I became increasingly alienated from those. Now I've developed Facebook friends, and I've enjoyed the meme wars and all that, but here lately, since I've gotten into the permaculture environment, sustainable permaculture and that kind of things, and looking at forming a community supported agriculture and the community exchange system and all those things. And I've met people who are doing some of the same things. And there's immediately a camaraderie, there's immediately a bond. And I was explaining to my wife today that the main thing is that we have moved to a state where pretenses don't matter. We're not trying to impress anyone. We're not trying to to confirm anything. We already know where we're going. We're very confident in who we are, and that's what I saw that came out throughout the greater reset. The week is people who were confident in who they were and where they were going, and weren't identifying themselves by the trends and by the popular the likes on Facebook and that kind of thing. So but what I found in that camaraderie though too was just a desire to share ideas and a desire to share things. I mean, I've come away from both interactions here lately with gifts, and again I've tried to leave gifts as well. And so there's something there that links us together. And the thing is that I'm human, or an evolving human, and in that kind of isolation and loneliness, sometimes you get a little angry. You're like, gosh, why don't they see it? Why can't they? Why can't they get it? And so I did the meme thing, and I argued. I became adept at using the that's a logical fallacy, and beating people up with that and hurting people, and didn't change many hearts or minds. Every once in a while there was someone who was like me, where someone had made a valid logical argument that just shook one of my deeply held beliefs, and I kind of released it, but I didn't really bring anyone around. And to paraphrase a famous rabbi, if one were to be raised from the dead, they would rather remain in their old paradigm than to embrace the new. And but I've seen the new paradigm. I've tasted it. I've looked at it. I've seen it in my mind. I've created it, and I refuse to return to the old. And I began to shape the world I desire to live in. I began to do things to move myself from the old paradigm, off the grid, little by little. I started a permaculture food forest. I got a few chickens. I added pigs and an aquaponics greenhouse. I've read and studied. I've meditated. I've run into a few people who were following a similar path, and I'm still trying to convince my family and old friends that there was something more than get in a box, go to a box, buy food in a box, from people who make the box. There's more than that. There's more than this corporatist driven consumerism that we're involved in. There's more than this world's system. The CES addresses the debt-based economy. Cryptocurrency addresses the debt-based economy. Agorism addresses the inefficiencies of a debt and the punitiveness of a debt-based economy. So I've been preaching, shouting at the trees, so to speak. And then while meditating one morning, more words from the story about the famous rabbi came to mind, and why do you seek the living among the dead? And so why was I looking for those who were like me among those who wanted to remain in the old paradigm? And so, there were a few Facebook friends, but I want someone concrete, someone close by, someone I've got a few friends like this, the Hennessy's, my brother Bob and his wife, and now the new friends that I've met, and then Dana, of course, Dana and Becky. You guys are tight on this too, and there's a few around, but we need to get something more organized and concrete. See, I found my tribe, but how do we organize? How do we make sure that we carry forth with voluntarism, with with an agorism, with the heart of agorism? How do we carry forward with this concept of even the sustainable permaculture? I mean, we can't continue just to eat up resources and just be throwaway society. I mean, look around here now. I weep over how much we throw away. But so I'm looking for things, and then I find a YouTube video come across of John Bush. John Bush is an old a Facebook friend from back when he first got into Kratom, and I always had a lot of respect for John, and we had kind of the typical Facebook, we agree with each other, kind of relationship. And I'd just been kind of lamenting the fact that I wasn't able to attend Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was the event that preceded this kind of, and with some of the same general ideology of imagining, not only imagining a new future, not only imagining a governmentless future, a future of autonomy, a future of true freedom, but implementing, taking specific steps to implement, and again, that's what the Greater Reset was about. And so here was John pumping the Greater Reset, and I was like, man, I need to get on this. And here's my family. Here's my tribe. Here are my people. Here are those who hearken to the cry of individual sovereignty and the peace and the power we all hold within. The three streams my life path has followed came together here in this event, the sustainable permaculture, the wanting to be work with nature rather than against nature, to implement a plan to be able to sustain the food creation without the backbreaking farmer kills himself working in his field kind of thing going on, and then agorism, voluntarism, anarchism, the idea that we do own ourselves, and that we don't need some centralized bureaucratic body to tell us how to live and how to be and how to function. But so the blossoming understanding of the true power of our minds, and that was the third thing that I was really excited to see in the telecast, in the broadcast, that here were the living, here were the ones that I've been seeking. And so I was humbled by the stories. They're these stories, the works these people are doing, but I'm doing some of these works too, and you are too. There are those, I've got 0 viewers right now. I'm just doing what my heart has led me to do, and so someone's going to pick up on this. Someone's going to see this, and if you see this, if you watch this, if you pick up on this, there's a reason, because there's something stirring in your heart. There's something you've been doing. We know that the human race needs to experience autonomy, needs to experience true freedom, that there is a new paradigm, there is a new tomorrow for us that we can bring into today. We don't have to wait and say someday out there somebody needs to do something. That's always the thing. Someone needs to do something. Well, here's an opportunity to do something. Here's an opportunity to put feet to what you're talking about. We know that true human potential is not what we can produce, but rather in how we tend to ourselves, our planet, and others. We can do better. We've got to do better. We must do better. The planet depends on it. Our future depends on it. Our lives depend on it. This is our opportunity. Now I'm going to be alive again tomorrow, Thursday night at 8 p.m. I'm not even going to deal with the Facebook live, try to get it going thing, schedule it in advance, because I've done it twice. And excuse me, tomorrow night actually, I may push it back to 9 p.m. We'll see. But anyway, tomorrow what I'm going to talk about is the details of our particular freedom cell and what we're looking to form. And it's called the Middle Georgia Agora. It's the same name as our community exchange system. And we're going to tell you how you can be a part of creating your freedom cell yourself, or being a part of our freedom cell, and creating the world we desire in our lifetimes. Not a world for our children. We got left the world kind of screwed up by the greater generation. I'll do another video on that. But so whatever spiritual belief you hold, when you see this video, I want you to pray on it. I want you to meditate on it, think on it, flip a coin, whatever you do. And if you're watching to this point, there is a reason, and you'll join us tomorrow. You'll join us as we get ready for move towards a live Zoom meeting Sunday, which is the ultimate goal. We'll talk about tomorrow. We'll talk about the Middle Georgia Agora specifics, and then Friday night we'll continue with whatever I don't cover on the community exchange system and the community supported agriculture, and how you can actually turn your little plot of land into a moneymaker. And we'll also talk about the spiritual aspect of what we're doing, because there is a spiritual aspect to this. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and namaste.